During the week in school, a child came to meet me and he said, "Ma, why is it a sin or why is it wrong for somebody to take cocaine?" And my first reaction was, "Do you want to take cocaine?" He said, "No, my mommy said it is wrong for somebody to take cocaine." I said, "So why do you feel the need to keep asking why it is a sin?" He said, "Because he feels that since the person is killing himself, it is not a sin. Since he's the one taking the cocaine and he's killing himself, he's not killing another person, then he has done nothing wrong." I had to take it upon myself to explain to him that you cannot take away a life that you did not create. When you do that, you get involved in substance abuse, you are destroying your internal organs, you will come down with all sorts of diseases that may end up killing you. You cannot take a life that you did not create. That is what makes it a sin. And this little boy paused, looked at me and said, "So why do we kill cockroaches and rats and flies and ants in our house? Is that not a sin too?" I had to explain to him too that these things are dangerous. They are not meant to be in our living space, because if they perch on your food, they perch on your utensils, they can spread diseases that can also kill you. So if there's anything you're doing that is dangerous, that can take away your life, it's a sin. And if there's anything around you that can also take away your life and you do not take it out and it eventually causes trouble for you, it is also a sin. Now, why am I sharing this? It is simply because if you are parenting a child in the 21st century, you need knowledge. It has gotten to the stage where, as a parent, you have to know something about everything, so that when your children come to you, you are able to give them the right kind of information whenever they ask you certain questions. Like my husband was saying this morning, we cannot afford to hang a lot of things on God and Satan in this 21st century. We cannot satanize and godify a lot of things. Like somebody is asking the mother or the parent, "Why is it wrong for us to gamble?" And the parent said it is a sin. That is not enough information. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it is wrong for us to tell our children things that are sinful and things that are not. But certain times, especially in a society like ours now, where a lot of moral standards are dropping, the resistance of a lot of things we used to hold as wrong is beginning to drop. We have to take it a step further in giving our children reason. A child comes to you to ask you why it is wrong to gamble. The first thing is to tell the child that, number one, it is addictive. And you become so addicted to the fact to it that you begin to pour all your life expenses, all your life savings into it, and you may end up not winning. You keep on losing and losing and losing. At the end of the day, you may fall into depression. At the end of the day, everything you have worked for, it can ruin you. Also, even if you end up winning, your joy will be hung or will be attached to the sorrow of a lot of people, because when it comes to gambling, they have gathered monies from a lot of people, they have rendered a lot of people unhappy, they have taken from a lot of people just to give a very little fraction of people as winners. So no matter what you do, whether you lose or you win, it is still wrong, because even if you win, your happiness is attached to the sadness of a lot of persons. It now becomes another opportunity for you to also advise your children that any success where you have to attain success at the expense or at the joy of the sorrow of any other person, it is wrong. So please and please, as parents, we need to be getting the right kind of information at all times. We need to be conversant with things that are going on. We need to be aware of what is trending in the lives of our children at every point in time. Like I always say, nobody can claim to be perfect when it comes to parenting, but then again, the intentionality makes all the difference. You being intentional in getting the right kind of knowledge at every point in time